Hello there, you're now with me, Lorenzo Isaac, for TVS English News at 5. Let's begin with our top stories. A whopping 2.3 million ringgit were lost to phone scams in Kuching alone for the period from January 1st to June 6th this year. Kuching District Police Chief ACP Ashman Bajaj said the evaluation was from 32 investigations that have been opened by the police. According to Ashman, most of the victims fell victim to the scam through a series of phone calls claiming to be from different enforcement agencies.
Additionally, Asmon said the victims were tricked by the suspects to transfer their savings into another bank account after telling their victims that they are involved in multiple crime offences. Out of the figure, he said 18 of the cases were charged in court. He added most of the victims are workers in both the civil service and private sector, students and housewives with ages ranging from 19 to 70 years old. As such, Asmon advised the public not to be easily swayed by phone calls from unknown numbers and to inform their family members should they receive such calls. Members of the public are also advised not to disclose any personal and banking details to strangers and to report to the nearest police station should they fall victim to the scam. The public can also contact the National Scam Response Centre at 997 if they feel that they have been scammed.
Prime Minister Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim reiterated that his presence at the AMNO General Assembly at the World Trade Center WTC Kuala Lumpur this morning was crucial in fulfilling his duties to the country. And according to him, the interests of the people and the country were more important to him than his personal experience with AMNO.
Yang penting menyempurnakan tugas kepada negara. Pengalaman pribadi itu penting, tetapi dia tidak boleh mengatasi kepentingan rakyat dan kepentingan negara. Jadi saya hadir semula kerana saya menggunakan platform perpaduan ini untuk memperkukuh kerajaan dan memberi manfaat kepada rakyat. Jadi saya tentunya rasa selesa, senang dan kerana dah biasa suasana itu, termasuk menghafal lagu itu.
Masih ingat lagu AMNO?
Ya, masih.
The Pakatan Harapan chairman said he attended the assembly on the basis of unity with the hope to strengthen his unity government so that it can continue benefiting the people. Also present were Deputy Prime Minister Datuk Seri Fadilah Yusof, who is also Gabungan Party Sarawak GPS Chief Whip, DAP Secretary General Anthony Loke, Warisan President Datuk Seri Muhammad Shafi Abdal, and party presidents who support the unity government. This is Anwar's first appearance at an AMNO General Assembly after he was sacked from the party in 1998 when he was then the party's deputy president.
At the same event, Deputy Prime Minister Datuk Seri Fadilah Yusof, who is also Gabungan Party Sarawak GPS Chief Whip, said that he was at AMNO's General Assembly to represent GPS Chairman and the Premier Sarawak Datuk Patinggi Tan Sri Abang Johari Tun Openg. He said GPS welcomes the announcement made by AMNO President Datuk Sri Ahmad Zahid Hamidi, which focuses on unity as an essential factor for the current government and to strengthen the national economy.
Itu sepatutnya lah yang berlaku supaya kekuatan kerajaan perpaduan ini akan berada dalam keadaan yang baik untuk kita meneruskan perjuangan mentadbir negara kita dengan lebih baik lagi untuk negara dan rakyat kita.
Fadilah said this when met at the World Trade Center WTC in Kuala Lumpur on Friday.
Meanwhile, AMNO has outlined 5 proposals and demands that the Madani government must undertake to fulfill its responsibilities and the aspiration of its people. Among them, the government needs to immediately establish the Malaysia Gig Economy Commission.
According to AMNO President Datuk Seri Dr. Ahmad Zahid Hamidi, the establishment of SEGIM aims to regulate the gig industry ecosystem and safeguard the interests of the entire economic chain, starting from service providers, suppliers, workers and consumers.
Justru jangan kita kesampingkan arus evolusi digital yang menguasai pasaran ekonomi internet Malaysia yang telah mencapai transaksi multi-bilion. Berapa transaksinya? 52.4 bilion ringgit pada tahun 2020. Malah dijangka berkembang pada kadar 23% setiap tahun. Saya percaya dengan penubuhan Suruhanjaya ekonomi gig ini, ia akan memberi sinar baru buat pemain ekonomi gig serta adik-adik kita yang menjadi pemandu Grab, Lalamu, Foodpanda di luar sana.
Meanwhile, AMNO also wants the government to introduce the FELDA 5.0 plan to provide planning for the fifth generation of FELDA, with a focus on quality education, entrepreneurial opportunities, access to technology, relevant skills, and comfortable housing plans for them. The government must also ensure the equitable distribution of the nation's economy and wealth, particularly for rural communities. This step is an effort to address the issue of poverty that continues to surround the lives of rural communities. In addition, Zahid Hamidi also urges the government to expedite the implementation of the high-speed rail development, as well as ensure the completion of the ECRL and Pan-Borneo projects according to schedule, in order to become catalysts for new growth areas that can generate economic opportunities, jobs, and develop small businesses. AMNO also emphasizes the need for the government to safeguard the welfare of civil servants and security forces, especially in terms of housing, teacher workload, and protection of workers' rights. He further highlights that despite being in the post-pandemic period, healthcare services need to be enhanced, including addressing the issues of contract doctors. He said this in his policy speech during the AMNO General Assembly 2023 on Friday.
Welcome back. The IBAN phrase "Segulai Sejalai," which translates "Together in Unity," was adopted as a nationwide slogan for unity, as announced by Prime Minister Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim. As such, Sarawak Deputy Minister of Tourism, Creative Industry and Performing Arts, Datuk Snowden Lawan, said that the phrase is best depicted in the spirit of unity in Sarawak.
Bangga sekali lah, of course, bangga sekali kerana slogan Segulai Sejalai ini menjadi moto perpaduan negara. Yeah. Bukan this is not the first time, the word Segulai Sejalai. There is another word, kalau if you still remember, itu Agi Hidup Agi Kelabat. Yeah. Digunakan oleh tentera negara kita, the moto national level Agi Hidup. Memenangkan ini mencerminkan betul-betul perpaduan kita di Sarawak. Ya. Jadi Perdana Menteri melihatnya sebagai satu contoh. Kita bagi satu example contoh kepada negeri-negeri yang lain.
He added that the phrase, enacted since the 1970s, was a living proof of harmony and unity in Borneo.
Tidak ada masalah. Sebab itu kita dapat duduk satu meja, aman dan damai dan sebagainya di Sarawak ini. Dan mungkin juga di Sabah. Jadi kita teruskan perpaduan kita Segulai Sejalai mencerminkan etnik budaya kita yang dapat bergaul dan bekerjasama di antara satu sama lain. Jadi kita berbangga.
He said this at the official launching ceremony of Kupi Kupi FM Sarawak on Friday. Meanwhile, Senior Fellow at the National Council of Professors, Dr. January Ami said 10 walls must be torn down to ensure the effectiveness of the unity slogan Segulai Sejalai, as announced by Prime Minister Dr. Sri Anwar Ibrahim on Wednesday. He said the 10 walls comprise ethnic differences, religion, social class, education, language, digital generation, gender, political federalism, regional class differences, and social usage. January said it would take some time to see the effectiveness of the phrase as it requires a continuous process, adding that it should not be placed solely on the government's shoulders. In addition, he said cultivating the spirit of unity should start at home and school to make the Malaysia Madani concept a success and unite all races in this country.
The Endowment Fund Sarawak ESF and Maternity Assistance BIB are initiatives launched by the Sarawak government to help ease the burden on Sarawakian families in raising their children, with an allocation of over 100 million ringgit. The state's Deputy Minister of Women, Childhood and Community Development, Datuk Rosie Yunus, said that the ESF provides a grant of 1,000 ringgit in the form of savings for Sarawakian children, while BIB is aimed at supporting mothers who have recently given birth.
Jadi 1,000 dan 1,000 ini akan masuk akaun terus. Ianya hanya akan keluar bila anak berumur 18 tahun. People will ditanya kenapa 18 tahun baru keluar. Sebab 18 tahun adalah bila anak kita hampir setengah 5 berada di persimpangan. Nak melanjutkan ke universiti kah, nak pergi kerja kah, nak buka bisnes sendiri kah. That is a time yang kita mak bapak tu berada di keadaan yang kadang-kadang bila anak kita hamil agak menyukarkan.
She further revealed that the eligibility criteria for applying for ESF include being a Malaysian citizen, having both or at least one parent holding a Sarawakian MyCard with a case status, being born in or outside Sarawak, and submitting the application within 1 year after childbirth. Meanwhile, for adopted children, a valid adoption certificate is required. As for BIB, assistance in the form of 450 ringgit is provided in cash to the mothers, but they must apply within the period of 22 weeks of pregnancy until 3 months after delivery.
Jadi untuk ibu bersalin yang dapat 450 yang diberi dengan maknya, bukan nunggu setahun ke nunggu yang akan diberi after all the process being done. Yang akan diberi dengan mak 450, pulang pada mak lah nak beli ubat, nak beli apa kaya tu pulang pada maknya. Dan 450 ya untuk mak dan juga untuk ibu yang Sarawak Connection.
She said this during the symbolic presentation of ESF and BIB at Miri Hospital, held in conjunction with the digital exhibition 60 Years of Sarawak Independence on Friday. Since its implementation in 2019, ESF has benefited 91,163 individuals with an allocation of 91.16 million ringgit, while BIB, introduced on January 1, 2020, has benefited 47,298 individuals, involving an allocation of 21.5 million ringgit. ESF applications can be made manually at 52 branches of the Sarawak National Registration Department (JPN) for those within Sarawak. For those outside Sarawak, applications can be submitted by mailing the required documents to the Birth, Death and Adoption Division at the JPN Sarawak headquarters. BIB applications can also be made manually at any district or division welfare office, JPN Sarawak, or the Secretariat Office or Maternity Assistance by Makmur 2 building, as well as online through iSarawak Care by uploading supporting documents without the need to visit the office in person. For further inquiries, please contact the ESF and BIB Secretariat Office at the provided number.
And that's the update for TVS English News at 5. I'm Lorenzo Isaac, and thank you for watching.